Continuing on work on the BMW. It's middle of November and we're getting very, very close to the end of the year and the boy's birthday. So I've got the back pretty much done, which is cool. I've decided to do loud work on a Saturday, quiet work on a Sunday. So for Sunday, I'm going to reinstate the fuel tank, put the brakes back together, handbrake mechanism, and put on the rear valance or the rear bumper. Because as you can see, I've already fitted this new one without the cutout for the tow hitch. So that'll go back in. I did the heat shields last weekend, so that can all go back in. So that essentially buttons up the back. But now I've got to work on this side, which is replacing this section here, cutting out the old one, and all of this here. So a lot to do, very little time to do it, but it's all got to be done. Okay, and that's with the box section offered up into there, pushed in. It'll need a bit of a knock to get it into that crevice there, but I'm not really worried about that. And it meets up nicely, really, with let's see if we can get this light round here, with all these seams. So I've got to drill some holes in it, and then I'll spot weld it to the chassis. I think what I'm going to do here is, oh god, I can't point, but I'm just going to cut the rust out of that and then put another panel on the front there. I'll try and save this if I can, but if I can't, you know, this little lip here, but if I can't, then it's no big deal. But yeah, making some progress. Okay guys, so that was, yeah, quite a long time spent cleaning this up, because, you know, getting in all the nooks and crannies here with some kind of an angle grinder or a cleaning device. I haven't got all of the perfect tools to do the job, but I used the Dremel to do the final parts in here, clean up under here. I've actually, because stupidly when I was taking it off, you know, I went through the footwell metal with my chisel, which is very frustrating. So I'm going to have to get in there. I'm going to have to hammer that out flat, and then I'm going to have to spot weld that. Yeah, but otherwise it's looking pretty good. So this panel obviously has got to be cut down and repaired, but I'm going to see how best I can do that once I've got the box section on. Okay guys, just to give you a little bit of an update, the rust that I was removing actually has gone into the sidewall here, and just beyond the footwell. So what I'm doing is I've taken the carpet up and I am just removing this sound deadening material with the heat gun. It's coming off quite nicely. Look, there's a hole there from one of the spot welds which I've pulled out. So I'm going to have to clean this sort of edge up here, this sort of corner, and yeah, weld some new metal in. So that was a lot of prattling about, but actually having cut that out in a very tricky way from the inside, from the outside, you can see that was worth doing, because there is rust in that seam. So now I've got to try and tidy up this hacked cut here and make it good and weld everything in. Okay, I'm calling it a day now. I've tidied up that a little bit. Just got a bit of a jagged edge to do there on the inside. So the next time I'm up, possibly tomorrow, I will clean this up a bit more, make a template for it, or start making templates for all of it, because I've now got back to good metal on all parts on this section, and then I've got to do the jacking point. Okay, morning all, back up at the garage. Garage in a bit of a state really, so I'm going to spend some time tidying up, and then what I want to do is I want to try and get the rear end back together. Now that's quite a big job, because I've got to coat the brake lines with wax. I have then got to finish off the brake lines, because at the moment they're just pipes, and I need to put fittings on the end and crimp the ends, and then I need to put the new flexible hoses in, fit all the brackets that I took off, so it's actually quite a big job, and then I need to fit the new brakes. You remember that I managed to get a really decent set of rear brakes from the car in the junkyard, and they're better than mine. I should have taken the drums as well, because they were pretty much new and mine are quite old. Maybe I'll pick those up at a later date. But I've just got to start getting things back together, because it's, as I said, middle of November and I'm traveling a lot at the moment. We're also going to move house really close to Christmas. So just time up in the garage is going to be minimal. So rather than doing everything like I've done all the other cars in the past, I'm going into quite a lot of detail, but I'm just going to have to decide what I have to do now to get the car maybe on the road for my son's birthday, and then things that we can do later. So, okay, I'm going to crack on. Okay, so just a quick update. I've undercoated with etch primer here and here just to cover the bare metal. I have finished off this brake line for this side, but because there were so many scratches on it, I have actually just rubbed it down and painted it. So it's got a sort of a coat of paint on it. And then I'm going to put some wax on both of those rear brake lines, which reminds me, actually, I've got to do the same with these shorter ones here. And you'll remember I've got all new ATE brake lines for it, you know, flexi hoses. But what I'm doing now is, it took me a while to find it actually, but I found the replacement brakes for the rear. So I'm just cleaning up the cylinders now, and they look pretty good. I'm just going to give them a quick clean up. I've done that one with the wire wheel. I might give them a quick going over with some paint just to save them a little bit and hopefully reuse them, because the ones on here, they're Lucas units and they are leaking. So I'm going to basically change all of the springs, the shoes, the mechanism, and the cylinders. Okay, so I've just tidied up the brake cylinders, and I'm now going to put them back together using some original ATE brake cylinder paste. So that should help the corrosion in the future. They've cleaned up okay. There's a bit of a mark on this one in here, which actually, when I've tested it, doesn't fall below the you know, the seal. So I'll just have to monitor it, but I think they're better than the ones that are on there. I got the drum brake assembly off. If you undo the cylinder bolts at the back, which are these little chaps here, that basically just comes off as an entire unit. So actually you can see, with the exception of well, this little bracket here, you can see how the brake shoe assembly on a 1.6 E36 is put together. So let me just ease it over. See that on that side, this is the handbrake mechanism. So all disc brake models, they have an extra drum brake solution for the handbrake, but actually on this one, it's quite a clever device. It uses the existing drum brake mechanism for the handbrake as well. So I'm gonna grab all the bits out of here, all the new bits, grab all the new original ATE brake shoes and put them on here. I should have mentioned also that I gave it a bit of a clean up around here. The back side of the brake plate was a bit rusty, so I cleaned that up. So built those up, and now it's going on. Out with the old, in with the new. That's that wheel assembly back in. I tell you what, the most frustrating thing of all are these stupid little springs here. With Porsche, they're an integrated part, so it's like a spring which curls back on itself and has a hook. And that is brilliant, because all you have to do is push it in and turn it. And this thing's made out of 3 parts. The spring, the shaft, and this stupid little cap here, which is impossible, virtually impossible to put on. So out of all of the work that I've done on this car, that was probably the most frustrating until now. And it's a ridiculous, stupid little piece. Right, so that's the second one done, and I tell you, the things that took the most time again are these little springs. Damn them. Anyway, so I'm going to put the drum on. I'm actually going to clean up the drum first, put the drum on, and then I'm going to attach the handbrake cables. So I've just put some PTFE tape on the ends of all of these fittings, and I'm going to fit these brake lines now. This is all back together, all ready to go. Right, so finally got the rear brake lines done. So they're actually looking pretty good. I've got them all covered in wax. New clips up here. I made these myself, these short lines, and I made them slightly too long, so I had to sort of raise them up. But if they leak, which I don't think they will, then I'll just have to get some original ones. Yeah, these are all tight, these are all in, and this is all done. I've just got to replace the fronts now, and then I can refill the braking system. Right, going home now, and we'll probably not be up next weekend, but the weekend after. So I'll see you then.